Robert Sylvester Kelly is an American singer, writer, and record producer. Thanks to his widespread commercial success in hip-hop, R&B, and pop music albums, he has been dubbed the King of R&B, the King of Pop Soul, and the Pied Piper of R&B. Kelly's career ended in 2019 after he was detained and convicted of federal racketeering and sex trafficking offenses including child sex abuse. For these actions, he is currently receiving a 31-year jail sentence. The hit singles, I Believe I Can Fly, Bump and Grind, Your Body's Callan, Fiesta, Remix, Ignition, Remix, Step in the Name of Love, Remix, If I Could Turn Back the Hands of Time, The World's Greatest, I'm a Flirt, Remix. The hip-hop hit, Trapped in the Closet, is just one of Kelly's 18 studio albums. He received 3 Grammy Awards in 1998 for the song, I Believe I Can Fly. Kelly is the most successful R&B male performer of the 1990s and one of the best-selling musicians ever, with over 75 million albums and singles sold globally. Kelly has sold 40 million records and is considered one of the best-selling musicians in the country by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. Billboard chose Kelly in March 2011 as the most successful R&B singer of the previous 25 years. Throughout his career, Kelly has received accolades from the NAACP Image Awards, American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, BET Awards, Soul Train Music Awards, and Grammy Awards. Since the 1990s, Kelly has been the target of several allegations of sexual assault, including abuse of minors. Kelly was charged with child pornography in 2002 when video recordings were released, which led to a contentious trial that resulted in Kelly's acquittal on all counts in 2008. Kelly's contract with RCA Records was terminated after a re-examined of his claimed sexual misconduct with kids in the 2019 documentary Surviving R. Kelly. Law enforcement conducted more investigations due to renewed attention to the claims starting in 2019, which resulted in many convictions and Kelly's arrest. He was found guilty of many allegations of child sexual assault in 2021 and 2022. He is now incarcerated at FCI Butner Medium, serving a 31-year total sentence as of 2023. Childhood. On January 8, 1967, Robert Sylvester Kelly was born in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Chicago, Illinois, on the city's south side at Chicago Lying-in Hospital, now University of Chicago Medical Center. He has 2 elder sisters and a brother, along with a younger brother and sister, making 5 siblings, 3 of them are half-blood. Joanne, his mother, was a devoted Baptist and a schoolteacher. Arkansas is where she was born. Kelly's father raised 2 children after Kelly left home, although it is unknown who he is. His household occupied the Ida B. The public housing complex Wells Homes is located in the Douglas neighborhood of Chicago's Black metropolis, Bronzeville district, on the city's south side. Kelly's mother married Lucius, his stepfather, when he was about 5. Lucius was supposedly employed by an airline. At 8 years old, Kelly started singing in the church choir. A career in music, Kelly was one of the best-selling musicians in the world and the most commercially successful male R&B singer of the 1990s, thanks to his 75 million album sales worldwide during his recording career. His song, I Believe I Can Fly, brought him 3 Grammy Awards, and he was nominated for another Grammy for Michael Jackson's You Are Not Alone recording. Although he called himself the Pied Piper of R&B, critics called him the King of R&B. Kelly made a performance at the 2002 Winter Olympics closing ceremony on February 8, 2002, which was 1 week after a sex tape that purportedly showed Kelly with a minor went viral. To stop piracy, Rockefeller and Jive pushed the release date up 1 week on February 22, 2002, after the joint album was leaked. Jay-Z told MTV News he was frustrated about the album leak and called it a gift and a curse. The Best of Both Worlds, released on March 19, 2002, peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200 after selling 285,000 copies in its first week of availability. Both critically and commercially, it was a letdown. 6 months before Kelly's sixth studio album, Loveland was supposed to be released in May 2002, a bootleg copy with 15 tracks had emerged. Kelly responded by starting to work on what is now known as Chocolate Factory, choosing instead to release Loveland as a bonus disc in a deluxe version. Kelly released Ignition, Remix, in October of that year, the lead song of his next album. It peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and remained there for 42 weeks. Chocolate Factory, Kelly's debut album, ranked 1 on the Billboard 200 when released on February 18, 2003. 532,000 copies were sold during its debut week. Acclaimed by critics, the album was bolstered by 2 further hits. The album's second single, Snake, was followed by Step in the Name of Love, Remix, which peaked at number 1 on the R&B/hip-hop radio charts after charting for 70 weeks. Thoya Thoin and 2 other previously unheard songs were featured on Kelly's first Most Excellent Hits album, the R in R&B Collection, Volume 1, which was released later that year in September. After making a cameo on Bow Wow's I'm a Flirt, Kelly gained momentum for his 8th solo studio album, Double Up, in December 2006. Kelly's I'm a Flirt remix featuring T.I. and T-Pain was released 3 months after Bow Wow's original version. The release day for the album was May 29, 2007. It became Kelly's 6th and last album to top the Billboard 200 list throughout his career. The duet Same Girl by Kelly and Usher was one of her other songs from Double Up. Rise Up paid homage to the victims of the Virginia Tech tragedy that had taken place in April of that year, 1 month before the album's release. On May 15, 2007, the song was first made available as a digital download. The Hokie Spirit Memorial Fund received donations from the sales to assist the relatives of the shooting victims. Kelly's Double Up tour started with Ne-Yo, Jay Holiday, and Keisha Cole as his opening acts. Due to a disagreement over a contract, promoter Leonard Rowe forced Ne-Yo to leave the tour after just 1 week. Nonetheless, Ne-Yo claims that he dropped out because he thought he got a better reception from fans and critics. Ne-Yo was successful in his 2008 case against Rowe Entertainment. The complaint made no mention of Kelly. Kelly's tour van was delayed in Utah, and he could not attend another preliminary court hearing on his case in December 2007. The court almost revoked Kelly's bond, but he ultimately opted against it. Kelly recorded a rap song called I'm a Beast in 2008, harshly criticizing his critics without naming them. Kelly had intended to release his most recent album, 12 Play, fourth quarter, in the summer of 2008, but Billboard revealed that the record had been postponed both before and after Kelly was found not guilty of making material including child sexual assault. Kelly was listed on Billboard's 50th anniversary list as one of the most outstanding performers ever. The promotional track Hair Braider landed at number 56 on the R&B chart of Billboard in the spring. The title was dropped once the album's contents were released online on July 28. Kelly said in February 2009 that he was recording a new album named Untitled, originally scheduled to be released on September 29 but ultimately postponed until December. His debut mixtape, the Demo Tape, was released in June 2009 and was hosted by DJ Ski and DJ Drama. On June 20, 2009, Kelly was the Arise African Fashion Award star in Johannesburg, South Africa. In July, he was part of the annual This Day Music and Fashion event in Cape Town and Nigeria. He released Number 1 in the same month, which featured singer-songwriter Carrie Hilson. Then, Kelly's 8th solo album which didn't have a title was released on December 1. It debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 list. Echo, Sup I'm on High, and Be My Number 2 are some more hits from the album. Kelly performed in Kampala, Uganda, in January 2010. Kelly said, "I'm very excited about my first visit to Africa. I've dreamed about this for a long time, and it's finally here. It's going to rank among the pinnacles of my life and career. I'm excited to play for my African fans, among the greatest in the world." On June 11, 2010, Kelly had a performance during the FIFA World Cup opening ceremony. Kelly stated that he was remixing himself while working on 3 new albums, Epic, Love Letter, and Zodiac, in an interview in the September 2010 issue of XXL magazine. Only September 21, 2010, in Europe, was the release date of Epic, an album full of solid ballads such as The World's Greatest and Sign of a Victory. But you can also watch it anywhere in the world. Kelly joined forces with several African musicians in November 2010 to form the band 18. The group included Nigerian rapper 2Face, Tanzanian musician Ali Kiba, Congolese vocalist Fally Ipupa, Ghanaian rapper 4x4, Gabonese hip-hop artist Mova Azalian, Zambian JK, Ugandan hip-hop sensation Navio, and Kenyan singer Amani, the sole female member. Kelly wrote and produced the group's debut single, Hands Across the World. Released on December 14, 2010, Kelly's 9th album, Love Letter, had 15 tracks, one of which was his rendition of the song, You Are Not Alone, which he had initially written for Michael Jackson. At the 53rd Annual Grammy Awards, the first song, When a Woman Loves, was shortlisted for a Grammy for Best Traditional R&B Vocal Performance. Kelly gave a hit medley at the 2011 Pre-Grammy Gala in Los Angeles. In March 2011, Billboard ranked Kelly as the top R&B artist of the last 25 years. Kelly was taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago on July 19, 2011, and left on July 21, 2011, following emergency throat surgery to discharge an abscess on one of his tonsils. The following Friday, he was supposed to play at the Reggae Sumfest in Jamaica, but he cancelled. As executive director of Sumfest Productions, Johnny Gurzong said, "We are truly going to miss his presence at the festival." Variety officially announced on September 23, 2011, that Kelly has agreed to provide original music for the Sparkle soundtrack. Kelly collaborated with author David Ritz on Solocoaster, The Diary of Me, an autobiography, in 2011. The book was published in the summer of 2012. Kelly was scheduled to release songs under the RCA Records label on October 7, 2011, following the announcement by Sony's RCA Songs Group about the merger of Jive, Arista, and J Records into RCA Records. Kelly released Shut Up after undergoing throat surgery, with mostly positive reviews. Kelly is aiming the haters who said he's washed up, he's lost it, according to Spin magazine. No, he hasn't. The guy has a lovely, silky R&B voice. 132, Kelly performed live for the first time since surgery on The X Factor on December 21, 2011. Kelly told Rolling Stone that the performance served as a wake-up call and that he felt like he was just starting. Kelly announced several things in 2012. These included a third Trapped in the Closet episode, the Single Ladies Tour with R&B artist Tamia, and a follow-up to the Love Letter album, Write Me Back, released on June 26 to little attention. Kelly created the song, I Look to You, specifically for Whitney Houston, which he sang at her homegoing in February 2012. Pitbull released the song, Dedicated, from his album Climate Change on March 17. American musicians R.Kelly and Austin Mahone make cameo appearances in the song. Regarding his allegations, Kelly posted the 19-minute song, I Admit, to SoundCloud on July 23, 2018. Despite the title and chorus repeating, I admit it, I did it, the song does not include criminal admissions. Kelly says in I Admit that claims of pedophilia and domestic abuse are only issues of opinion and refutes them. Kelly also accuses Jim DeRogatis of being the head of a sex cult and disputes the allegations made in his investigative report. Kelly performs the song, Only God Can Mute Me, in response to the Mute R.Kelly social media campaign. Reviewers attacked the song, labeling it as a trolling attempt. Numerous publications compared the song and his more extended version of Heaven I Need a Hug, the concert remix of I Believe I Can Fly, Trapped in the Closet, and O.J. Simpson's autobiographical book If I Did It. Carrie Killa and Andrea Kelly songs, with more accusations against R. Kelly, were released in response to I Admit by Kelly, R. Kelly's brother and ex-wife, respectively. On December 9, 2022, an album named I Admit It, which featured the 19-minute song from 2018, was made available on streaming sites under Kelly's credit. However, it was removed shortly after since neither Sony nor R. Kelly's staff approved it. Although the album was uploaded by Real Talk Entertainment, which had distributed it through a subsidiary company called Legacy Recordings, it was credited to Sony's Legacy Recordings. Consequently, In Grooves, owned by Universal Music Group, the credited distributor, severed its relationship with Real Talk Entertainment. Since the mid-1980s, Kelly has been regarded as one of the most successful R&B performers. With more than 30 million albums sold, he is also among the best-selling musicians in the US and the only other black artist to rank in the top 50 of the same list. He was dubbed, arguably the most important R&B figure of the 1990s and 2000s, by Rolling Stone. Kelly was dubbed the modern-day Prince, although there's a bit of Marvin Gaye and a bit of Irving Berlin in him, by music executive Barry Weiss. Additionally, R. Kelly has been likened to performers like Bobby Brown and Sam Cooke. Kelly has written and produced several hit songs, including Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, for Aaliyah, Fortunate, for Maxwell, You Are Not Alone, for Michael Jackson, GHET. TUT, for Changing Faces, Bump, 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 for B2K, and many more. He has also achieved success both solo and in collaborations. Accolades and awards. Kelly is a singer, songwriter, and producer who has won several accolades and been nominated for more. His song, I Believe I Can Fly, brought him 3 Grammy Awards, Best Rhythm and Blues Song, Best Male R&B Vocal Performance, and Best Song Written particularly for a motion picture or television. The Recording Academy declared in 2021 that they would not deprive Kelly of his accolades despite his disturbing activities following Kelly's federal conviction in New York. In 2013, Kelly was recognized as an artist whose music brings generations together, and awarded a key to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The key was revoked on September 30, 2021, after his conviction for various sex offenses in New York. Sexual abuse allegations. Kelly has been the target of a protracted investigation by the Chicago Sun-Times since August 2000. He has been accused of sexual assault many times for events that occurred between 1991 and 2018. He has been the subject of several civil lawsuits and criminal cases. The first one began in 1996 when Tiffany Hawkins claimed that Kelly, then 24 years old, had intercourse with her beginning in 1991 when she was 15 years old and that Kelly had pushed her to attract younger acquaintances. Kelly was charged with child pornography in 2002 when video recordings were released, which led to a contentious trial that resulted in Kelly's acquittal on all counts in 2008. RCA Records terminated Kelly's contract after the 2019 documentary Surviving R. Kelly re-examined his alleged sexual assault with kids, which led to further investigations by law authorities starting in 2019. The result of this was a conviction in 2022 for producing child pornography and a conviction in 2021 for violating the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act and the Mann Act. He is now incarcerated at FCI Butner Medium I, serving a 31-year total sentence as of 2023. Personal life. In 1993, Kelly's mother Joanne passed away from cancer. His statements about his whereabouts at the time of his mother's death have been inconsistent. Though she was given the singer's mother's name when she was born in 1998, his eldest daughter Joanne is also known as Buku Abi. Kelly married Andrea Kelly, née Lee, in 1996. She was his backup dancer in the past and the mother of his 3 kids, Joanne, born in 1996, Ja, born in 2000, and Robert Jr., born in 2002. Following a violent confrontation, Andrea filed for a restraining order against Kelly in September 2005. She eventually filed for divorce in 2006. After 13 years of marriage, their divorce was formalized in January 2009. Later on, Andrea accused Kelly of verbal, physical, and psychological abuse. This accusation was included in Surviving R. Kelly, 2019. In the 1990s, Kelly supposedly dated gospel singer DeLeon Richards for a considerable time. A Chicago man was accused of threatening to disclose a sex tape featuring Richards with her purported ex-boyfriend, Kelly, in an attempt to blackmail Richards' husband, Gary Sheffield, in 2005. The individual was given a 27-month jail term in January of 2006. We are grateful that you watched the entire video. Please share your thoughts in the area provided below. We hope you found this video useful. If you appreciate the video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos. Bye bye.